Welcome to Highway Herald, your roadmap to the latest in auto. Today, we're exploring the EV landscape and how Toyota's cautious approach to electrification, once criticized, now seems prescient. With the EV market slowing, other automakers facing losses, and the US government scaling back its electrification plan, Toyota is enjoying a vindicating moment. Let's dive into the 6 reasons why. Reason number 6. The US government's shift away from rapid electrification. A year ago, the EPA's radical plan aimed to drastically increase emission standards, pushing car makers towards EVs. The goal was for 67% of new cars to be all-electric by 2032. However, the plan faced opposition from American car makers, the UAW, and customers, mainly due to the high costs and reliability issues associated with EVs. The plan, based on a short-term growth trend, lacked deep market research and analysis. As things changed drastically over the last year, it became clear that a new plan was needed. Last month, the EPA introduced a more realistic plan, expecting EVs to account for just a third of the new car market by 2032. The EPA's target for reducing fleet average emissions has also been lowered from 56% to 49%. This shift allows car makers to avoid hefty fines and continue producing ICE heavy-duty pickups, a crucial segment for American automakers. Reason number 5, the rise of hybrids. While the growth of EVs is decelerating, hybrids are experiencing a real boom. In the last year alone, the growth of hybrids outpaced that of EVs, increasing by 63% compared to EVs' 50%. As a result, hybrids now make up about 9% of the new car market, surpassing EVs, which sit at around 7.8%. This is particularly significant for Toyota, the undisputed leader in hybrid technology. Last year, Toyota sold over 3.4 million hybrid vehicles worldwide, and the trend looks set to continue, especially in North America. 2 of Toyota's most popular models, the Camry and the next-generation RAV4, due in 2025, will soon be available exclusively as hybrids. Given the sales volume of these models, they alone could significantly boost the market share of hybrids. Hybrids are gaining popularity because they tick all the boxes. They emit less carbon than conventional gas vehicles, alleviating the guilt of carbon footprint. They also eliminate the range and charging anxiety associated with EVs. Plus, they're notably cheaper, and Toyota's hybrids are among the most reliable and cost-effective cars on the market today. It's no wonder then that GM and Ford have announced plans to bring more hybrids to the US market after losing billions on failed EV projects. Reason number 4. EV strategy should be customer and dealer-driven, not regulator-driven. The failure of rapid electrification can be attributed to the fact that governments worldwide have been pushing EVs too hard, without considering the consumer's perspective. Consumers were expected to bear the brunt of the electrification push, paying significantly higher prices for EVs compared to gas vehicles, without getting much in return. This rapid push for electrification is also why prices for internal combustion cars have skyrocketed, as automakers need funds for new EV investments. However, these funds won't come from EV sales, as reports suggest that automakers lose an average of $6,000 on every EV sold. Toyota chose not to participate in this unsustainable game. The company has repeatedly stated that it would rather pay green credits and other fines than make poor investments. Toyota's EV strategy will always be driven by customers and dealers, not regulations. Today, Toyota is having another "I told you so" moment, having stuck to its guns and proven the naysayers wrong. The government has finally decided to slow down its electrification push, after witnessing major American car makers like Ford and GM lose billions and delay their planned EV investments for this year. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now let's explore reason number 3, Toyota's record-breaking profit. While the green agenda is a hot topic, it's important to remember that without profit, it's impossible to achieve. Automakers need sustainable strategies, and rapid electrification clearly wasn't one. Just look at American automakers like GM and Ford. They embraced new technology and invested billions, only to end up with massive losses. Ford, for instance, reported a staggering $5 billion loss on EVs in 2023, forcing it to halve the production of the F-150 Lightning and postpone $12 billion worth of investments planned for this year. GM, meanwhile, postponed the production of the all-electric Silverado and Sierra to 2025. On the other hand, Toyota is reaping the rewards of its strategic investments. Rather than pouring money into immature EV technology, the Japanese automaker focused on perfecting its hybrids, selling a whopping 11.2 million cars last year. Unlike with EVs, Toyota doesn't lose money on hybrids. In fact, it ended the 9-month period from April to the end of 2023 with $27 billion in earnings, nearly double compared to the same period in 2022. To put that into perspective, Tesla's profit last year increased by 19%, reaching $15 billion. Reason number 2, the immaturity of EV technology. One of the main reasons Toyota didn't push as hard for EVs as other automakers is because its leadership believed that EV technology wasn't ready for mass production. Akio Toyoda and his team were convinced that EVs needed more time to mature and that they couldn't guarantee zero emissions at their current stage. As it turns out, they were right. It's now clear that EVs can't meet the needs of the average driver. For starters, EVs are still prohibitively expensive, with the average purchase price ranging between $55,000 and $60,000 in 2023. Add to that the high interest rates, and it's no surprise that the market is slowing down. For that kind of money, the current EV technology simply doesn't offer enough in return. According to recent research by the Boston Consulting Group, potential EV buyers are looking for a car that costs less than $50,000, offers at least 350 miles of range, and charges in 20 minutes. Currently, only one car meets these criteria. The rest fall short in many ways. It's not just about the official numbers. Practical use is also a concern, given that battery technology isn't robust enough to withstand external factors. Batteries perform poorly in cold weather and drain quickly under heavy use. Add to that the issues with charging stations and overall convenience, and it's no wonder that many EV owners are left feeling disappointed. Reason number 1, the power of diversification. Despite its cautious approach, Toyota has never been against electric cars. Rather, it has opposed the rigid, one-size-fits-all approach to zero emissions that focuses solely on battery electric vehicles. Toyota envisions a different path to sustainability and zero emissions, one that includes a variety of options beyond just battery electric vehicles. As Toyota officials have repeatedly stated, it's up to the customers to decide what solution works best for them. Toyota's leadership, including Akio Toyoda, believes that full electrification is unattainable. They are convinced that EVs will never make up more than a third of the global market. This is why Toyota invests heavily in alternative technologies. While hybrids are currently leading the pack, Toyota has already demonstrated its ability to design a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. The company has also developed an internal combustion engine that runs on hydrogen, which is currently being tested in various endurance races. Most recently, Toyota developed an engine that runs on liquid ammonia. These innovations suggest that Toyota has several tricks up its sleeve to maintain its position as a global leader. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of vehicles. Don't forget to subscribe to Highway Herald to stay updated on the latest vehicle updates and upcoming videos. See you next time.